If you're wearing athletic shoes right now, you have a New Mexican to thank for helping design them. From Nikes to Brooks, tonight we show you how Stan Hawkerson revolutionized shoes.
This is the very first Nike shoe that was nylon. Underneath, that's the very first running shoe from New Balance in 1964, maybe?
You would be hard-pressed to find anyone who knows more about athletic shoes than Stan Hawkerson.
I came out of Cal Poly, a kinesiologist.
This runner's shoe story starts in 1976.
And the shoes didn't seem to be very good back then, and I was training for the Olympic trials and the marathon, so I was blowing through them quite fast, and I didn't have the money. So I started to cut up old ones and fix them up.
Back then, shoes used to sit on top of the midsole.
That's how shoes were in 1975. And
Hawkerson tried dropping the shoes inside the midsole to add more control.
this shoe just sits on top of this foam that was die cut out. And then we started to inject the midsoles, and that's what they look like. So now the shoe sits inside that has a wrap around the heel that can keep it from going, you know, supination to pronation.
His dad knew he was on to something big, taking him to a patent attorney.
So that is the original patent that I did.
He invented the first cross-trainer shoe.
You can't even buy a shoe without that patent on it.
But it took 10 years to convince the big companies.
And then finally, Nike was making the Air Max, which incorporated it, so we licensed it to Nike.
And then there were legal battles.
So everybody else copied Nike, and now I had to be a lawyer and go after all of them for infringement.
But now his design can be found in just about every athletic shoe made.
There's not an NBA player that doesn't play in this.
Hawkerson opened Heart and Soul Shoe Store in Albuquerque in 2000.
And then this is Mark Platchis that I built, and he won the world championships in that shoe.
A store that's also full of history.
There's only 5 or 6 disruptive patents.
And Hawkerson is looking to disrupt the shoe industry again with a new patent.
We can tune both feet so they're perfectly neutral, and then my partner Brad Carvey has put a sensor in these wedges that eventually will email your phone and tell you when it's starting to fail. And we're going to Nike or Adidas with that one.